Every story has an ending. Does our quest to play the top 100 courses in 10 years have a good ending? I'm Nish.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jim.
And we're here to guide you through this golfing journey. This is the Top 110 Golf Podcast. Episode 15, the one with the awards. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." That's got no relevance to today's episode, but I like the quote, so I thought I'd bring that up.
Who said that? Sorry.
Maya Angelou. It's a very famous quote, Maya.
Anyway, Michelangelo. I was like, I don't remember.
Michelangelo, yeah. Famous recording he made once. So look, we've made it to the end of the year, and I think it's time to take stock. And the best way to do that is with some awards. Now I realise we've already done 3 courses, so it feels a bit silly. And we've only done 18 episodes of the podcast as well. But we've got the questions now, and I think it could be a good annual tradition. It might be a bit tougher next year. So I think I'll introduce this category, and then we'll just give our answers and discuss it and see how we go. So I know these first couple ones are going to be really easy, I know, but what's been your favourite course so far?
Silleth.
What's been your favourite hole so far?
Silleth number 3.
Silleth number 3. Jim, what about
the 19th hole at Reddish Vale.
Okay, slightly trickier maybe, but what has been your favourite, and this is to both of you, of course, but what's been your favourite podcast moment so far? If you can think of any.
Not sober enough to remember most.
I know.
No,
I'll
joking,
kick
I'm
off.
joking.
And, obviously it's a bit of a personal project, isn't it, this? So it's what you find funny and interesting rather than necessarily what anybody else might. But we talked to the Christmas special about the gallery ball, and for me, the whole podcast was summed up. Because I had this idea, and it was like, right, I needed Jim to be in it, to be this, like, counterpoint to eternal optimism, being happy, being joyful. I needed some miserable git next to me, and the gallery ball bit summed it up for me. So I think we talked to that gallery ball. I was like, "Oh, you know what that is?" And he went, yeah, I know what that is. And then Jim was just like blank faced, and I went, "Oh, the gallery ball, Jim, it's brilliant." And just as I'm about to start speaking, he goes, "Is it?" And for me, that was it. That summed up the podcast. It was like, number one, you fulfilled your role perfectly there, and number two, it just makes me laugh every time I listen to that episode. Is it? All right, fair enough. That was my
Had to
personal.
contribute somehow. I think that was probably
Oh, mate,
the only way.
your contributions have been brilliant so far. It's been fantastic. So that was my favourite podcast moment. Now, does anything jump out at you?
I think the Q&As were good. I enjoyed that. They were good
They
episodes.
were good fun, weren't they?
Yeah, enjoyed that. That was good fun. We should do that again.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not let Fizzo and Andy send questions in. This
Yeah,
time,
we should get a wider berth of people.
Well, I think that probably
contribute.
paves the way now for other people to now send in some questions in the future. So
Yep.
That was it was good. I think that was a couple of episodes. That was good. Anything for you, Jim, that jumps out? Doesn't have to, but
I think the Christmas episode was quite amusing.
did you enjoy that?
I did.
Okay.
It was particularly when you were reading out the rules for the
Oh, do you mean the ratings episode?
ratings episode.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, innuendo bingo in that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I did cry, but there were tears of
Tears of laughter. Yeah. They were doing it deliberately, weren't they? I mean, that was just...
They must be.
Somebody's having a laugh
Like
with all
Monty
that.
Python have done it or something. So I
Nobody's
mean,
gonna
that was particularly amusing. I think I've just enjoyed the camaraderie actually that we've had. There's no specific moment particularly that I've enjoyed. I think it evolved as we've become more comfortable with doing it, because I mean, I'm certainly not an extrovert in any way, shape, or form. Unless I've had quite a lot to drink. But
yeah.
But I think it's just been a great experience all around actually, for however many episodes we've done. 14 is it now?
This is the 18th.
18th.
It's quite a nice symmetry, isn't it? Yeah. 18 episodes, 18 holes.
18 holes, yeah.
I'm sure it's 40.
I've enjoyed immersing myself in the world of golf again.
Mm.
Legitimately, like, have reason for it now, so I can sit there and
Research.
research. Exactly, yeah, as demonstrated by the Christmas special. So, um, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I
Hope
mean,
you have. Hope
any
it's been
any
good for you
excuse to
guys.
wang on about golf is,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't get a chance to do this that often, do you?
No, not whilst anyone's listening anyway. I mean, this isn't much different, but
That's true.
There's
That's
three of us
true.
here anyway.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, it's two more than usual.
So I think I've probably got your answer, Chris. What your favourite episode? So probably one of the Q&A ones. Would you
Yeah, I
say?
think so. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
two Q&A ones were good fun.
Do you have a favourite episode that Oh yeah, that was a good one for me.
I wasn't on it, but I thought the episode where the first guest Alex was really really great.
That was like a legit, genuine good episode, wasn't it?
Yes, it
It
was.
was like an actual podcast.
An
for one
actual
episode.
podcast episode. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I mean a lot of the podcasts which when you release them on the Tuesday, after your wonderful editing, no, it is good. It is, and I'm usually walking around the streets of Manchester somehow, either to the gym, from the gym, or listening to at the gym, and I've always got a smile on my face, because you're listening to people who, and I'm invested in this,
Yeah.
not monetary wise, but only in terms of time. But it's it's people that you're familiar with, that and I'm invested in the journey that you two are making. And to see how other people are interested in it as well is just brilliant. I love it. I love the fact that that other people are engaged with it, and it makes me smile. I'm walking around the streets. The episode with Rob, I walked
Yeah, he's
from
he's a
Didsbury.
friend, so you gotta
Yeah,
know.
a lot of them are my pals. So I walked from Didsbury all the way to back into town where I live in Manchester City Centre, and then I just had a massive grin on my face the whole way, and people were probably thinking, "What the hell is he on?" I'm like, "I'm not. I'm just listening to my mates talking and chatting about." And then Danika's episode as well was fantastic. It was wonderful, and I think they've all been great. I mean, I haven't listened to the earlier episodes, particularly because I was on them a lot more.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't like listening
Don't
to
listen
your
to
voice.
it. Yeah.
But that's past, and it's just reenactment, and listening to what you're chatting about, and I think it's great, good fun.
I'm probably gonna abstain on the favorite episode just because I'm gonna come up with another favorite podcast moment. That
Okay.
was when you messaged me when you went to uh, Lucy's brother's house, and you messaged me just saying, people said to me, "Oh, you're the podcast.
You're the podcast guy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
brilliant. I love
That was
that.
great.
Absolutely
That was
love
great.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one
You forward that
listener.
on to me.
That's that
The
one
podcast
listener.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite episode. I've got a favorite episode. Probably the Q&A ones were good. I think the very first one we did, as a trio, which was our Silith review,
Yep.
preview and review at the same time. That was my favorite for a couple of things. I properly fucked up the audio, didn't I? There, so the audio didn't come out very well, but it was great to go from just there was one episode before that was me and you, and then before that was just me, to suddenly this is what it's like actually bouncing off other people.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a bit easier that way. So I think that was my favorite. That was my favorite one. What was it? What was the opening line? Oh, you'd never forget your first time. There you go. That was the one. Who's been your favourite guest so far? That can include anybody. We've only had one proper legit one, but
Yeah, which I think.
Are you going to go with Alex?
Yeah, I think
we've got to go with Alex.
I think he was the
haven't we?
best guest.
He was
Wasn't
he was a bit of a legend, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Great
he was good.
storyteller, I thought.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him back in the pod at some
Yeah,
point.
he was great. He was good. Good fun.
I think
I know it'd be really interesting to actually follow. You've got your journey. You've got a timeline for yours. He hasn't. To see how that.
See who wins.
No, it's
We'll-
not. It's not a
We'll
competition.
overtake.
But just to see how his whole challenge develops, and how he gets on with it.
Yeah, I think if we catch up with him in a couple of years, it'd be interesting to see where.
Yeah, where he's at.
And I'm
Where
sure
he's
it's I'm sure a number of courses at some point in the future that you'll actually end up playing together.
Well, we
Yeah.
said if he wants to play Silith,
Yeah.
we're very happy
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play that. I think that'd be a great one to play with him, actually. Yeah, no, it was a good first guest, and he
Yeah.
made it quite easy for us as well. Actually, I think it was the worst thing is it comes on freezes a little bit. Doesn't
Yeah, I mean,
reach me.
he had plenty of content, didn't he?
Plenty to talk about.
yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
I mean, that's the prep that you two did as well, in fairness, to make it kind of so easy for him to be able to open up. You had the questions, you know,
we knew what we were trying to get out of the chat, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to find out about his journey, really. And it could have just been, I just paid for the golf courses and I played him and that was it. But no, he was a good character. So that was great. What's been your worst podcast moment so far?
My worst podcast moment is every week when, for some reason, at the very start, we've got to say, I'm Nish, I'm Chris, I'm Jim. For the first 10 episodes, I was in the middle of you two. So Nish says, I'm Nish, and I says, and I'm Chris. And then Jim goes, I'm Jim. I'm like, well, fucking hell.
I've got it wrong now.
I've got it wrong. I'm in the middle. For the first 10 episodes, I couldn't get out of the habit of doing that. So if you listen back
never
to
even
it,
noticed it.
it's only the last 4 or 5 where I've got to the point where I've dropped saying and. But now, for some reason, I just completely switch off. I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to say something. So Nish said, I'm Nish. And I'm like, I'm Chris.
Yeah, he's right. He is Nish.
So listen back. It's
That's another reason to listen back, I suppose.
There you go. Yeah, these little.
I didn't know
little niche
that.
bits.
So you've obviously picked that up when you.
Yeah. When I listened to it back, I'm like,
and I'm Chris.
You sound like a fucking moron. I mean, I sound like a moron for the rest of the podcast anyway, but even more so in the opening gambit.
You idiot. You idiot. Have you got a worst moment? I'm never going to forget not getting the audio right in that very first one. The three of us were together.
Oh yeah,
So it's a valuable lesson to learn.
Yeah, but you've sorted it out since then.
I sent that audio over to India for somebody to try and clean up and get it better, and even they came back with, "I'm sorry, but this is just totally irrecoverable. You can't do it." It's like, fiver. Yeah. No, nothing.
I don't think I've got a worse moment at all. Apart from when you get a message from you back saying, you say this all the time and you say that all the time.
Oh, but
I'm like, I'm becoming really self-conscious about this. I don't want to go on next week.
There's one thing, and it's because this last week we're trying to get content for this episode. I was like listening back to everything. And I was like, there was one episode where you said, what's the phrase? All the gear, no idea. And you said that loads. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but it must have been in
Why
context,
have I never?
surely.
Oh yeah, no, of course it was. It was in relation to something.
I was taking the piss out of you, obviously.
Yeah, but I was like, why is he kept? That's weird. He's got like a weird tick about saying all the gear. You said this. You said it twice in the same sentence. But I don't know whether that was because you thought you weren't heard the first time and you repeated it, or you were like, I'll have to listen back again. Who knows?
You know when you get complex about things and then you try really hard not to say it. I don't think I've said it this
It's like pod.
Oh yeah.
You should get one in now, Jim, just for.
No.
Next question is, this is for you specifically, Chris.
Okay.
So, what course are you most looking forward to playing next year? So I've got 8 written down here.
Yeah.
Probably even more. Do you want me to run you through them?
No, I think I know them all. I mean, I think that Aberdeen trip is the one I'm looking forward to. So, chatting to my coach the other day, he said Trump International is
chatting to my coach the other day.
We're at that level now, mate. I've played 6 rounds of golf this year now, so I've got a full-time coach.
He hasn't got a name. Chatting to my coach the other day. I love that.
Netflix are paying for it as well.
Chris,
all yet, mate.
this is so good. That's golden. That.
Is that now your new favourite podcast?
Chatting away to my coach.
So anyway, my coach and me were discussing. No, so I was obviously telling him about what we were doing. He was saying he'd played Trump International. He said it's the best golf course he's ever played. So he's obviously played a lot. Yeah, actual course. He said he's played a lot of golf courses. He said it's the best he's ever played.
How do you judge that?
Yeah.
Well, he had 5 criteria.
How much routing was involved is the question. Do you know what? My answer to that is actually Trump International. I feel like an absolute dick for saying that, but I think I'm going to come off that golf course, and I'm going to go, the golf course was amazing, and the facilities and the state was amazing as well. The place was amazing as well. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I think Aberdeen for me, I'm looking forward to that.
Royal Aberdeen sound.
I think that's going to be a good. Good track.
It looks like there's a lot of really good golf up there. Yeah. In the summertime.
Yeah.
Mid-central.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to
Sideways rain.
Yeah,
40 mile an hour gusts.
that.
Yeah, you're thinking it's all going to be fucking Tenerife
What-
style weather. It's not going to be. I hope it is.
What's your goal? I'll start with you, Jim, actually. So what's your golfing target for next year?
You
you
to
have
play more than 3 rounds, perhaps.
We've not had a chance this year, though, have you? Because with your hand surgeries, you didn't know what I was going to say there. Jim's had some hand surgery,
and me travelling.
and you're travelling. Yeah, he's been in the country less than being away, so I suppose
Yeah,
that gets in the way.
unfortunately though, I'm kind of still tax resident here, so I've got to pay my bloody tax bill in January. I wish
Have
I'd
to sell some more of that bullion, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Have you got a target that you want to?
I'd like to beat 100 on a good few occasions,
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
and I've done it
Have you-
before,
have you-
but
you
I've,
have, right?
but I've not done it much
Yeah,
recently.
that's a good golfing
It
target.
is
I like that.
consistency, I think, that,
Yeah.
that comes back to play. Because you know what, we can have a few good golfing holes, and then there's always a couple where I'm not quite double figures, but I'm not too far away,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that kind of ruins your round.
Of course it does. Yeah. Wait,
So
yourself,
it is
Chris,
that.
have you got anything? What's your coach said?
Yeah, I mean, we're focusing sort of longer term and thinking more like open qualification, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
But I guess if we're thinking specifically about next year,
That's where
then-
you're playing Birkdale. Playing it actually at the Open.
That is some challenging target. I will applaud that. Absolutely.
I guess it would be nice to shoot something in the 70s next year. That would be a nice.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be a nice little box to tick, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to break 90 somewhere next year on one of these the top 100 courses. Ideally, I'd like to do a like a plus 18 would be great because that's playing to my handicap. What I would like to do is if I could do half a course in par, if I get 9 pars or better, obviously, but 9 pars across an 18 holes somewhere. I think that would be another little target. No, I've got another one. I want to make it round with the same ball. I got so close at Moortown. But I think, if I could break 90 somewhere, then that's getting me into. No, most of these are like par 70 to 72, aren't they? So that's getting me in that playing to my handicap.
Yeah,
would be pretty good. I think that'll be because I think some of these are going to be pretty challenging, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got some tough courses there.
I think we have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. And then finally, chaps, do you have any New Year's resolutions, which could be golfing or non-golfing?
I certainly haven't got any golfing resolutions for the new year.
Golfing resolution. I would like to, and it doesn't have to be on one of these courses. My golfing resolution is, I would like to get a course. I'd probably like to play my lowest score so far is 79. I would like to beat my lowest score this year. I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get to do that because I think predominantly I'm playing tough courses
Yeah,
and new
you've still
courses.
got at least
but
10 opportunities.
you just never know.
No,
The roll of the
absolutely.
ball goes the right way, but if I can beat my own personal low score this year, I'm going for that. That'll be. At the moment, I cannot see that happening because my swings are, as TikTok has proved, my swing's pretty awful at the minute. But that's my golfing resolution.
Yeah, I think maybe after the stats that we had in the last episode, maybe I should be a bit kinder to myself on the course.
Be kinder to yourself.
Be
I think
kinder
that's
to
a good
myself.
one,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
quite a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can just about manage that. Actually, I'm not sure I can.
I don't think
I'm
you
a
can.
real bastard to myself.
Yeah, I
especially
don't think
on a golf course.
I think you're talking a great game, Chris, but I know what's going to happen. Yeah. For fuck's sake. What's happened here?
Otherwise,
anything else? I'd like to lose a bit of weight. Actually, I'm determined for next year I'm going to lose weight.
I say that every year. Well,
Not the number.
I don't say it every year.
I should say that it's not the number I'm worried about. It's the just being a bit more. I think I'm next year I'm going to do it. I've really worked on getting my gut bacteria sorted out this year.
Yeah.
That was a hard challenge. I've got that sorted. Good win. I can drink red wine again now, which is a great win. But yeah, I think next year, I think
Yeah, I'm going to try and
that'll help me with the
get a bit
golf.
stronger because like get back in the gym.
That'll
So
help
I
with
want
the
to try
golf,
and do
innit?
that. So yeah, try and do
Yeah. You, Jim?
Get a job.
Get a job. You're still not near a job.
I am quite near a job, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Somebody's fallen for it.
What do you mean fallen for it?
Fallen for your
I'm
charms.
trying to convince them. It's like, why don't you want
Why
me?
does he
Why
want
don't
that
you want me?
5-year notice period? Nobody wants a 5-year notice period. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, no, I decided I wanted to get back to work. I decided where I want to get back to work in the same industry.
It'd be a shame to lose you from the unemployed roster, Jim.
Haven't claimed anything though.
Me neither.
Haven't claimed anything.
Apart from relief on a golf course, that's it.
No, not claimed anything.
Yeah. Great. I thought it was a good review. It'd be good to do it next year when we've got a few more courses to actually go at. Might have to take some notes for next year.
I was thinking that. I think when I'm playing next year, that could be my New Year's resolution: is to get a yardage chart and actually just write some note every time we're playing a hole. Just write a little.
It's a good
a
idea.
couple of notes.
Apparently those Garmin things are really good.
Do a little voice note. Yeah. That's us signing off for this calendar year. We all wish you a happy new golf year. We'll see you in the new year when we're hoping to make a real dent in our top 100 list.